One of the number one questions I get asked at my agency is, what is the best funnel for me? And I thought I'm going to do a little mini series breaking down each of the most popular funnels, starting with the VSL funnel. The VSL funnel basically stands for Video Sales Letter. And basically a VSL is just a video that is designed to sell your product or service. So what I'm going to break down for you today is 3 different VSL funnels. I'm going to break down the pros and the cons of each funnel and why you would choose one over the other. Before I go into the breakdown of each funnel, there's a few things that you have to have in place before you start building yours. The first thing is your price point. Now, typically, your price point is going to fall into 3 categories: low, medium, and high ticket. A low ticket offer is anywhere below $100. A medium ticket offer is typically between $100 and $1,000. And then a high ticket offer is anywhere above $1,000. Could go up to $50,000. Just depends on you. The other thing that I want you to think about is what are your strengths? Now, not many people talk about this, but strengths are really important when you're building your funnel. And the reason being is so many people will try and create a funnel based on gurus are telling you, but then you have weak areas that you just hate doing. For example, if you have a high ticket product but you are shit scared, there's no way you're going to get someone to part with $5,000-$10,000 without some sort of conversation or interaction. So just know what your strengths are. Are you good at presenting? Are you good at managing a team? Are you good at getting on video, getting on camera? All of these things will play a part on how successful you are with these funnels. Okay, so let's break down the first funnel. And we're going to start at the very low end, which is your lower ticket funnel. So the first thing I want you to note with this is not a huge funnel. It's not super complicated, okay? It's really 3 pages. Now you might get fancy, try and chuck in some order bumps or some upsells, but if you're just going to keep it really, really basic, this is the flow that you would need for a low ticket funnel. So you would have your sales page, then you would have order page where people would transact, and then you would send to the thank you page, okay? Now the emails, I'm not saying you should only have 3 emails because you're gonna get someone's information at this point anyway. The main thing is the actual structures of the pages. This course, I know, has done well over 7 figures and continues to sell. It is an incredible course. It's done very, very well. But I just want to walk you through this now in the flesh, right? What it actually looks like. Learn professional content creation in just 14 days. Now, a lot of people think, okay, because it's low ticket, I don't have to put a lot of effort in. But I want to show you the depth of this page because so many people underestimate what is needed to get someone to transact on a lower ticket offer. So look at the quality of the page. Bear in mind, this would be created mainly for mobile. I'm not going to break down exactly all of the page structure in terms of what's on the page, but I just want you to have an understanding of how much info is on here, what you're going to go through on each day. Really visual, breaking down all the 14 days. This page, guys, goes on for like a while. You would think, based on all of that effort being put in, that this course would be quite expensive, right? Well, you'd be wrong because it's $48. When would you choose a lower ticket funnel like this? Well, there's pros and cons to it, okay? I'm going to break down that for you now. The pros, if you choose this type of funnel, is it's the nearest thing that's going to work on autopilot. It can be an amazing tripwire for upsells. It's an easy entry point, naturally, because it's a lower price and people can look at it as a no-brainer. But some of the cons that I see happening with this is a lot of people start with a low ticket offer that's not desirable offer. You have to understand your audience and exactly what they need. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay ads to figure out, which can be painful. The last thing that I would say is really important if you're doing a VSL funnel on a low ticket is you have to understand your numbers. You can't just wing it. So if you choose this funnel and you're early starting out, I would say make sure it's a validated offer, you know you can sell it. And I would also have some sort of ascension plan on the back end, whether that's a higher ticket item or something else, just so that it's going to be easier for you to be profitable early on. So next up is buy the same actual company. Going through the funnel, this is the map of the funnel, okay? So you have an early opt-in. That means obviously you get data that becomes a lead. You'd then be entered into some sort of email sequence. Those emails will redirect you back to the sales page if you've dropped off. Some of those emails do go to the order page with a coupon and offer. On the sales page, there is a split payment. So there's two options. There's a split payment option and a pay in full option, and then naturally go through to the thank you. Now, once you buy this, I haven't put it on here, but once you buy this course, they also do have one-to-one mentorship, I believe. So let's go through the page in a little bit more detail. How to create, market and scale a 6 to 7 figure course in 30 days. And the headlines, they've probably worked this out to the point now where they know it's a it's a no-brainer, and they get so many people opt in. Free step-by-step tutorial. So they're leveraging the fact that there's a tutorial that you're going to be able to watch that's going to show you how to do that. Little bit of information based on what's going to be inside. So there's a 30-day checklist. Here's their process. On the second page, this is their VSL, okay, and it breaks down the course in so much more detail. Loads and loads of social proof, mainly about how they've done it, but there is some other course creators in there that have done extremely well. The emphasis on this page is to get people just to watch the video, okay? They put a lot of effort into this video, and at a certain point of this video, I would say it's around about 60 to 70% is where they would introduce their offer. So they only want people ideally that have watched a certain amount of this video to click through. I believe that video is also on Wistia, which gives you video analytics to tell you where people are dropping off, how long are they staying, and I'm pretty sure they would have done a certain amount of iterations to this video based on that feedback, based on all the data that they're collecting from the watch time in Wistia. So go check out Wistia. Next up is the actual main sales page. Now this video is still the same video, okay? So what's actually happening, which I'm not showing here, is they're driving traffic to both. They're driving traffic from ads to the opt-in, but they're also testing and driving traffic direct to sales page. Maybe they're remarketing people that have also hit certain pages on other courses to go back to the sales page that they might have a little bit of affiliation with the company already and the brand. Let's go through the page in more detail. Instant call to action, obviously again pushing people to watch the video. Join now, save £300 or $300. Breaking down exactly what's inside. What's cool here is they break down all of the modules, everything you're going to learn, and they're purposely making it an abundance of things that you're going to go through, right? So what they're doing here is building up in your mind, this is a no-brainer. I'm getting all of this. Wow, they've covered absolutely everything. That's what they're trying to achieve here, and give you a window. One of the biggest things that a lot of course creators don't do when they're selling product or service their course, they don't give people a window into actually what's inside, which means there's going to be some friction, which means that people get skeptical, which means they don't then purchase straight away. They might go and follow you, they might never come back. And then this page, again, they're putting so much effort into what's in this: bonuses, software, meet the instructors, proof, what they've achieved on other courses, what other course creators have achieved on this course. Proof. Split payments, so making it easier for someone to break the payments up. FAQs, and then a guarantee to wrap it up. Again, beautifully designed. Now you might think it's a bit blocky, but this is built for mobile. This is mainly built for mobile. So the reason why it's in these blocks is so it's super easy to digest on mobile screens. Click through, obviously you're going to go straight through purchase. Just notice it's an easier transaction than the 14-day, right? They literally just want your email and you can pay straight away. So that is the mid-ticket VSL. Now the pros, again, it can work on autopilot and it can be a passive income, but you're relying on data points to guide you. The cons on this, obviously there's a few more hurdles to jump through. There's an opt-in page, there's a click-through page, there's a video, there's a few more hurdles that people have to jump through. So if you don't know how to track those numbers, you're going to burn through money. Another mistake is underestimating the amount of proof needed to get a result. A lot of the time, people think that you could just do a braggadocious VSL with hardly any proof and you're going to make sales. You might, if the offer's good enough, but a lot of the time people just want to see that there's others like them that have gotten this result. Next up, which is my favorite, is the higher ticket VSL. Now it's done slightly different and you're going to be extremely shocked to see how easy this funnel is. The biggest mistake that I see a lot of people make with this funnel, pricing it based on what they think is right rather than what they know they can sell. A lot of time I will tell people to go and do a group coaching or a beta launch to get feedback, to know what those pain points, those frustrations are. Then you can use the social proof from that. Then you go and do your VSL. This is a funnel that was used by a guy called Richard Yu. So now we break down one of the funnels that he was using and show you how easy this one is to actually create. First off, you've got an opt-in. Super easy opt-in page. Once you become a lead, he leverages a case study. So this, again, leading with the result that they want, proof that they're going to get something or potentially learn how someone else has achieved what they want through a case study. Naturally, there'll be a series of emails, and those emails will be either pushing back to the video case study or pushing back to speak to someone on a calendar link. And then most importantly, there's a sales call. I am yet to find someone that has sold high ticket, and I'm talking, you know, £5,000, £10,000 without some level of interaction. And when I say interaction, I mean one-to-one conversation. Very rarely it happens off the back of just going to a page. In fact, I've never seen it. So take that out of your head, especially if you don't have the social proof that a lot of people like this have. Think to yourself, if I don't have the social proof on these platforms, you cannot be entitled to think that you're going to make £5,000-10,000 a different way. You're not. It's just not going to happen. The 5 keys I've used to scale my coaching business from 0 to 400k a month in 14 months. Case study shows. Get the case study now. Simple opt-in, name, email, number. What's important there is the number, because if their leads that come in do not book in to speak further down the funnel, they will have a sales team following up. So this is a way to get warm leads into your pipeline, but don't expect them all to want to jump on a call with you. Yeah, so this is him wanting to follow up with leads. Once they've opted in, they go to the case study. One of the things that I've learned about this guy, and I really, really do love, is the simplicity of it. He's just done a Loom video. It's not high quality, not great sound, but there's tons of proof. There's so much evidence, Stripe accounts after Stripe accounts of him doing it. And I really respect and like that, because I get into a world of procrastinating because I want things to be perfect. This guy's out earning me by miles, and he's doing it in a much simpler way, like so much simpler. At a certain point, normally 60 to 75 minutes in, he will offer a call, okay, to book in, see if it's worth working together. Send to another page where you book in a time in his team's diary. And instantly here you can see that he's trying to put you off, right? There's a high volume of applications. I genuinely think there actually is, but he wants people to make sure as soon as you click that apply now, they want you to show up. They want you to book in and show up. So basically when you pick a time and a date, there will be qualification questions. How much revenue? What's your biggest challenge? What are your goals? Just so that when you become a lead, you book in, they're going in with a bit more information about you, and they probably can prioritize the people that they know are good fits. They'll have some sort of good fit, bad fit sales document that they'll have on the back end, and their salespeople will know who to prioritize. Then after you've booked in, further nurturing. This is key. I've seen this work multiple times, multiple funnels, even for our clients, where you're trying to get people to watch as much proof as possible. You want them to be 2 things: excited to turn up for the call, but also engaged, knowing that you can get this result for others, and you have done, right? So this page then just turns into a bit of education and tons of proof. And there's a few names on there that you would have seen in the ad world, right? And your prospects would have seen as well. And that's it. That is the high ticket offer. What can you take away from this? Naturally, if you've got a high ticket, you're going to have to get on a call. So the pros to this is obviously it's easy to set up. It's the easiest funnel to set up. You don't need a crazy amount of design. What you do need is a really, really good hook or a great case study. But the downside is that you're gonna have to be getting on sales calls. Biggest mistake I see happening with this funnel is the follow-up. Because naturally, if you're asking someone to spend 5, 10, £1,000, dollars. It's not an impulse buy. That might take a relationship of over 3 to 6 months before they make a decision, and that's just constantly having to follow up with them. So you would need some sort of CRM to follow up, make sure you're keeping on top of your leads so that you can always go back to them. Please hit subscribe and drop in the comments if what you think about this, if there's anything I missed on these funnels, or if there's other VSL funnels that you think I could do a funnel hack on, and I'll be seeing you soon.